Welcome back everyone to another video here today on the channel. Hope you're all doing well. We are back with another episode of RTLM. This is episode 2. If you're new to the channel, then go ahead and subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you want to keep up to date with all the upcoming Le Mans Ultimate content we have here on the channel. If this is your first RTLM video, then welcome. Go back and watch the previous sort of like introductory video and the first race to kind of get an idea of what this series is about. If you don't fancy that, a quick update on what the Road to Le Mans is effectively my homemade career mode for Le Mans Ultimate, where we basically do a Road to Glory kind of series where we go from a GT3 car, work our way up the categories to hypercar and try and win the World Endurance Championship and, more importantly, the Le Mans race. After our first race, we had a decent race in our outing for GT3. We managed to get 9th. We did have a little spin, which kind of ruined our race a little bit. We could have definitely gotten more points on the board, but we're currently P9 in the standings with £2,000 in the bank account. So let's head off to round 2, around Portimao. I'll see you in qualifying. Right, so here we are for qualifying in around Portimao in our European GT sprint series. Sprint challenge even. Now Portimao typically isn't a track I get on overly well with. If any of you have been a My Drive fan before, you will remember, I think it was in season 2, we had a horrendous race around here in the Lamborghini, a hypercar that is, got taken out pretty much right off the start. So we're going to try and avoid that situation today. Back in obviously the Mercedes AMG GT3 car that I've been quite enjoying driving. Sounds absolutely beautiful with this twin turbo V8 as well. So we'll see what we can do around this very undulating track that is Portimao. Obviously last time out the BMWs looked absolutely lightning quick. It'll be interesting to see how the BOP, that is balance performance, fares between different racetracks for these GT cars. Last time out we were pretty quick in a straight line, but we were running slightly lower wing, whereas this time we have gone for a slightly higher configuration, given that it's a bit more of a downforce heavy track. I probably should have let the Ferrari through, maybe followed the signs a little bit, but away we go for our first flying lap. We've got a very difficult final corner to navigate that is not quite flat, but puts a lot of strain through the front left tyre. And let's see where we can put our beautiful bright yellow Mercedes on this first lap. A little bit wide. We're getting a little bit of that slipstream. We're going to improve by about a second. Up to P14. Area really hampered our turn 1 there. We had a pretty poor turn 3 as well. Improved slightly through the first sector even. Good drive out of the hairpin. We've got Chiva ahead of us in the Ziggo Sport Ferrari. Give him a flash of the light, see if he wants to move out the way for us. Little wiggle over the top of the compression there. Hard on the throttle, out of penultimate corner, got quite a bit of on throttle and to stay there. And up towards the line. Half a second up. Can we get 6/10 up? We've got a good slipstream all the way down to the finish line. Is it going to be 7/10? Just shy of 7/10. And where does that put us? Is that P6 at the moment? P6? Wow, this must be a pretty good track for Mercedes. We've got Mercedes on pole. Al Harty, who dominated the Silverstone race, P2. Gilbert, P3. Grove, P4. And then obviously us in P6. So must be a pretty strong circuit, Portimao, for the Mercedes. But with that, let's go and head on into the race. Right, so here we are before the start of this 20-minute sprint race around Portimao, starting in P6. It looks like, I thought we'd gone quite conservative on fuel, but I know the AI do go even more conservative, so hopefully we should have plenty to get us to the end of the race. Saying no pit stops scheduled, so that is a good thing. We obviously have the two Mercedes right ahead of us, and then not quite rendered in is the pole position starting Codinas? Not sure if that's quite how you say the name. But we are going to be seeing if we can beat our Mercedes counterparts, put some pressure on the BMW as well, who I think will be lightning quick in this race. Sitting on the pit speed limiter, ready for the lights to go out, and there they go. We get a good run on the P4 Mercedes. We're going to be almost 4 wide here. And we get a hit there on the right hand side by the Mercedes and the Corvette of Edgar. Absolute pandemonium down in the first couple of corners. Again, 3 wide, we just get turned in on there. Probably our mistake there. Grove goes around all the way around the outside, and we've lost out horrendously there to the AI. They've been so aggressive on this first lap. I mean, I suppose it is a sprint. I've got to get the moves made. We're down from P6 to P9. Can we make a move back up on Grove? He's defended us to the inside. We're just about going to stick it through. Push him out wide. And that is us up into P8. Al Harty has taken the lead of this race, so he will be looking to do what he did in Silverstone and just extend that lead at the front of the field. Meanwhile, I think fortunately, we got a little bit of body damage, but we should be all good. What we need to do is just kind of hunker down, not get flustered. Let's see if we can make some progress back through the field. In fact, the Mercedes and the Lexus, I think, are some of the oldest GT cars in this field. Are still showing their worth. Is that Al Harty has gone off somewhere, maybe? Don't see anyone off in the background. We're going to take this time to make a move up past the Lexus and move up into 6th position. Now we have Andrade ahead of us in the Corvette. 4 seconds up to the leader. So we'll have to see what our pace is like to them, see if in this traffic we get dropped. But we see the podium placed Mercedes just, the first of the podium placed Mercedes just up ahead in Gilbert. So I think through these final couple of corners, I am pretty slow against the AI. Let's see. Right, it's a bit of a balancing act of the throttle through there. Half a second separates us from P5 and P5 from P4.
That time was a 1:46.
And it looks like at the moment we've got pretty good pace. We seem to be really quite quick through this first section of corners. No moves happening as of yet. Just not quite quick enough out of there to have a dive into the hairpin. About 4/10 off the pace of the leader. Well, that was a little mistake by Andrade. Can we maybe make a little dive? Oh, it's quite a big dive, but we got the move done. Can't quite get a switch back on us, and that's us up into P5. Is he going to have a look down the inside of the hairpin? We're going to defend to the inside. Make him go the long way around if he wants to. Check up on the apex so we can't get that little switch back. That's P5 for us. Got our head down and see if we can catch the BMW driver. No, 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 no. Why did I say that and then spin? Oh, we've really spun. We've lost our head. I can't believe we've spun again. Just such a lazy spin as well. Maybe it's just the way that I'm on the brakes. Oh, what a frustrating spin. We were doing so well. Perhaps it's just I'm used to these cars having, well, I'm used to the hypercars obviously having a lot more downforce. Maybe being able to flick it into a corner a bit quicker. Whereas I have to be really gentle on these cars, and we've lost, what's that, 8, 9 positions, well, 8 positions. Devastating. Oh, and it's getting a little bit dicey for Hardwick up ahead. We capitalise on that room instability he's having. He tries to cover off to the inside, but we're just that bit more aggressive. Move up into P12. Right, I think we could be on for a move through this first little complex, but gaining quite nicely on Lopez. Make him defend slightly, he's gone a little bit wide, bounced him off that curve a little bit. Dive down to the inside, get the apex. Just has to back out and give us the position P11. We've got Barrichello ahead in the Aston Martin. But our target is Ian James's teammate, just a little bit further ahead. But we are quickly running out of time, only 5 minutes left of this sprint. Almost had another little moment there. That corner's so difficult as you come over the top of the crest. The car becomes very, very light. It's very easy for the back end to step out. Frey in the Iron Tapes is really having a look at Ian James. Oh, we've gone wide through the penultimate corner there. Just under 4 minutes left of this race, so probably another 3 laps maybe. To make 3 moves. understeer. Not what we would have wanted. Barrichello's probably a bit too far away to have a little dive on. Are we in a position to make a move here? Oh, it's not the cleanest of move. We really did run him out of road there. We're going to have to give that position back, I think. I mean, we might have to look at that one on the replay. Might have to give ourselves a penalty for that, but that did feel a little bit on the edge. I feel like he did go very deep into the corner as well. Lopez and Barrichello are now battling tooth and nail.
Time 1:47.55.
2 laps left. So looking back at the incident, you can see we dived down the inside pretty aggressively, and from this camera angle it does look like we hit the Aston Martin driver. We go a little bit wide. From this camera angle you would say we probably deserve a penalty, but as we chase the Aston Martin from behind, you can see that although we dug down the inside, he does kind of lock his rear brakes and kind of almost have a half spin by himself. So we're going to say no penalty for that one. On Barrichello. Really be painful, but currently £1,100 worth of prize money. Another snap. You know, the whole prize system, I mean, it's kind of be designed that if you're doing well, if you're doing really well, you can get into LMP2. And if you're doing pretty well, you'll be able to get into LMP3. But it is very possible that, you know, it won't be each new season is a new car, which I think is probably what viewers want, is more of a really hard grind to get to hypercar. We've got a good run at the final corner. This is going to be the final lap. Can we make 2 moves and get up into P8? Might have to just be the one. That's Frey dispatched off. Can we get James in the final half of this lap? He's gone deep into the hairpin. There might be half a chance, you know. See if we can size up and move. Where we overtook his teammate. Much cleaner this time though. Final lap. He's going to get a bit of an undercut, a bit of a switchback, but can't quite get the momentum off the corner. And through the final couple of corners, we are going to finish this sprint. Another spin, another recovery in P8. For now, we will be reviewing the footage of that overtake on Barrichello. But that has been P8 for now, and our second episode of Road to Le Mans around Portimao. So, in terms of race result, Hedenius takes the overall lead of the championship standings after a third place and a win this time out. Edgar in the first of the Corvette moves up to second place, and the BMW of Al Harty, who had such a dominant first win at Silverstone, drops down to fourth position after a DNF. We currently sit 11th overall, having two pretty low scoring results. So when we go across and look at the prize money that we've won, £4,000 for an 8th position, no bonuses. Obviously we only get those bonuses for a top 3, and that leaves us currently sat on £6,000 prize money. As I said during the race, this whole series is built on, it's if you do pretty well, you can get into an LMP3 in your second season. If you do really well, you get into an LMP2. But the way things are going, it's looking like our second season will still have to be in a GT3 car. Obviously, it depends. We've still got 4 races left, but it will depend on how well we do, and we'll have options as to what GT3 series we potentially do next. So if you have enjoyed, please go ahead and subscribe and like this video to keep up to date with all the Road to Le Mans episodes that are going to be coming out. I hope you have a good weekend. I'll see you next time.